On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average will open above 20,000 points today for the first time in history. It marks a major milestone since a low of around 6,500 during the Great Recession of 2009. Yesterday's record comes just a few days after President Trump's inauguration. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here. Jill, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so what does this tell us about the health of the U.S. economy?
Well, it doesn't tell us about the whole economy, right? The stock market, which is a forward-looking indicator, tells us collectively that investors believe that there are companies that are going to keep making money in the future. And that's important. Of course, a good economy will help many of those companies, but it doesn't tell you details. It doesn't tell you long-term unemployment, or it doesn't tell you people have left the labor force, or it doesn't tell you that people may be working lots of jobs just to be where they were 20 years ago. It's good news, okay? I don't want to go crazy here. It is good news. I'd rather it be 20,000 than 10,000, but it's not the whole story.
But there's also the fact that if there's tax reform, there's $2 trillion overseas. And if some of that money comes back, what will those companies do with it?
Well, that's a great point. I see three big issues that have driven the market higher since the election day. And one is exactly that, tax reform on the corporate level. Let's say these companies bring their money back. Are they going to build lots of big factories? Probably not. Might they hire some people? Maybe. What could they do? They could deliver more money to their shareholders in the form of dividends. We have more money. We'll reward our shareholders. If there's personal tax reform that might actually help wealthier people rather than the middle class, those people will plow money into the stock market. But and the two other issues that are important, infrastructure spending helps materials companies. If we get infrastructure spending, that could actually drive companies higher. And the last thing, look at regulatory reform. The biggest winner in the Dow since Election Day, Goldman Sachs. If they're going to water down Dodd-Frank or change financial regulations, that's going to help banks, could help oil and gas companies as well.
There are a lot of people that don't have stocks. Are there implications beyond the stock market?
Well, I think that this is a really important point because, according to Gallup, just 52% of Americans own stock either through their own means, through a retirement plan, through pension plans. These people might be looking at 20,000 and say, who cares? But if we do see the economy improve and pick up steam, if more of these people can get jobs, change jobs more easily, and see bigger wage increases, that could be good.
Can Donald Trump take credit? He said he's very proud of the number.
Well, he can take credit for the last 9% of the Dow, but really he came in after the indexes have already risen, right? But you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's up about 250% if you include the dividends since the bottom of March of 2009. Most of that happened right up until Election Day. This last 9%, we can see whether that Trump bump will continue, but that's Trump's part of it. The rest of it is really the legacy of the Obama administration and just the general economic recovery.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.